This is a general dynamic warm-up for barbell training. It doesn't include a barbell. In general, as you progress through your weightlifting career, use this as a tool for you to start developing your own. In general, this warm-up is good for just about anything you're trying to do activity-wise. We'll start with wrist circles, looking for 10 each direction. We'll do from there elbow circles, same thing. We'll get 10 one direction, then we'll do 10 the other direction. We progress from elbow circles into arm twists, opposite directions. For here, I rip these out for 20. We move into single arm circles. The idea here is that we're really exaggerating the reach all the way forward, all the way up, all the way back, all the way down. If the trunk twists as I'm doing it, that's okay. You'll note that I'm kind of scooping up, and then once I run out of range of motion, I twist, and I scoop down and back, scooping up, twist, down and back, and I only twist as I run out of room. That's as far as I can go. Awesome, twist, go. 10 one way, then 10 the other way, twisting it, scooping it back as soon as I run out of room. I twist it around, scoop it up and over. Again, exaggerating the reaches all the way down and around. 10 one way, 10 the other way. Then we move into overs and back here. And as I go down, I'm going to internally rotate. And as I go up, I'm going to externally rotate. We're just counting out 20 of these, exploring in ranges of motion, keeping ourselves in our hollow position, just like the rest of these. Explore your tight corners. Use dynamic movement to do it. Into some twisting. This first set of twisting, we're looking to get alternating back and forth. We'll count to 20. And I'm just doing arm up as I come across the front. That's externally rotating my shoulder. As this one wraps around the back, kind of allowing it to naturally kind of go up toward my mid-back. And note, in my hips, I'm planting my foot and twisting into the other leg. We get 20 of these, palm up, and then we'll switch to 20 where we're trying to really emphasize the back, get our hand up the back. Again, focusing on planting the leg as we twist into that hip. It's real good for warming up the shoulder girdle. After we get those 20, we're going to move into laterals. Same idea, just kind of moving side to side, and we're really pushing our hip out. And as we do that, you're going to feel a big stretch up your side. Note in the ankles again, down here in the feet, we're getting an ankle warm up side to side as we're hitting this. Again, counting to 20, alternating side to side. Same thing. From here, we move into hip circles. We'll get 10 one way, and then 10 the other way, same thing. Just really emphasizing the corners, feeling where you're tight. In general, your warm-ups are a diagnostic tool to decide whether or not we need additional warming up in any particular area. From hip circles, we'll move down into, the idea is to ultimately progress to your hands being on the floor, but we'll start with our hands on an object if we need it, wherever we need to elevate the floor to. And we're looking to alternate our hamstrings by driving one into an extension, then drive the other into an extension. Alternating back and forth, counting to 20. Ideally, we can do this from the floor. If we can't handle the floor, you just raise the floor to a level that is acceptable for your range of motion. Move into squats from here. On the squats, we're getting down to the bottom. We're going to get 10 knee circles each direction. And this is better to do with bare feet or flat shoes on. Try not to do this stuff here with your lifters on as they have an elevated heel. We'll get 10 each side, 10 each direction. From the knee circles, we're going to get into the ATG split squat. Nice and wide. We're going to do 10 each leg. The idea is to push our knee as far forward as we can with the heel down, and then once that range of motion ends, the objective is to push all the way into hamstring and calf touching, even if you have to elevate the heel. Then we drive back up, and we go back down into it again. We're going to get 10 each leg. If this for any reason causes you pain, then raise the object. Again, you would use an object, whatever elevation you require, and you would replicate the movement the same way to scale it. The main key is that as we're ripping those out, make sure that this knee is not touching the ground. That's going to ensure you're getting that hip extension that we're looking for to help demand that upright torso when you start squatting. If you roll through all of that, you should be feeling pretty good, pretty warmed up, pretty loose to do just about anything you want. Again, it's a diagnostic. As I'm moving through those, I'm thinking, what's tight? What might I need to actually implement an additional stretch or an additional barbell movement to help prepare me to move heavier loads without injury?